All right, we are here with our next stranger. Could you tell us your name and a little about yourself?
Hi, yeah, my name is Connor. Um, yeah, I'm currently going into junior year of high school. Don't really do much. I do theater here and there, which is, a little pastime for me. I just do it for fun. Not much of a big deal for me. One of those theater kids, as they call them.
Dude,
No,
you'll love this.
actor.
Yeah, man, I'm an actor. Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's the
It's
life.
it's
Well,
just a fun way to, an outlet.
yeah, yeah. Do you find that you get along well with the theater crowd, or
Yeah, I'd say, I make friends in there, but you still have those people who are the theater kids. I'm just like, I'll back away from them.
Yeah, I was never really friends with the theater kids. I was kind of my friend group was always kind of like off to the side.
Yeah, exactly. People who hide in the back, not really wanting to say I'm a theater person.
Yeah, but liking what theater does,
Yeah, it's a great way to put on a character. Is the whole point of it,
So
an outlet.
what are some shows that you have liked doing?
Well, I just started it because I decided because you had to do an arts credit for high school, so I was like, I'll take theater. I'm not really an artsy person, and so I did. We did our first show. Quarantine, COVID ended it. It was called Bright Star. It's a musical.
Bright Star, cool. Do you like singing?
I mean, I did chorus in elementary school, so I was just like, go back. But I mean, it's fun, being in a choir type thing. I wouldn't call myself a lead singer. Wouldn't want to put myself out there like that.
It's a
Too
lot of
nervous.
yes,
Yeah,
a
too
lot of responsibility.
responsibilities. Yeah.
Exactly. Do you like high school?
It's fun. Yeah, it's a great way to like an environment where you have your group of people. You're not a main thing like in elementary school, middle school, where it's like everyone's got to be social with each other. You got niches, which is what I enjoy about high school.
Do you have a favorite class?
For me, I'd kind of say it's science. It's a great way, like life and all that, biology, chemistry, all that.
Kind of like understanding how the world
The
works
world
and
works exactly, yeah.
well,
I'm taking AP chemistry this year, which is going to be interesting.
dude, AP Chem. I didn't take AP Chem, but I took Chem and I think I got a D.
Oh my.
No, I think I got a C. That was the worst class I've ever
Mm,
taken.
yeah,
Not good.
that was me with physics. Terrible.
Yeah. Dude, physics and econ are
Compare.
really similar. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Not go ahead.
Oh, physics and
I was just saying
econ.
physics is terrible.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Physics and econ are really similar, but I like that kind of like applied math. But
Hmm.
if you're gonna like learn about math, you it's like it seems like it would be should be a requirement to have to learn physics and econ. You know, it's
Yeah,
just like, but
yeah, makes sense. If you're pretty much doing the stuff for it, you might as well just learn the basis of like physics and econ, like you said.
mhm. what um what are your thoughts on like all the stuff that's going on in the country these days?
Uh, Such as like
Oh God, I
the
mean, I mean,
there's a lot going on. You got to
yeah.
get a little more specific.
Just the first thing that comes to your mind, like what I don't have the same perspective as you, so I guess I'm interested in hearing your perspective.
Well, first off, we got like this whole lockdown stuff and all that. I understand like the purpose of it to limit the spread of all the stuff going on, like the virus and all that. But it's like closing down the whole country is like it's hard on people who work and stuff like that being stuck at home. having to work from home, creating a new environment, whole new life schedule. Because you had those people who were just like wake up at 7, get home at 7, type stuff like that. And now they're like, I'm stuck at home. I don't know what to do with my life.
What about your parents? What are your what is their perspective on it, you think?
My dad, he works at a hospital, so he's on the front line. So he's kind of just like, he's kind of gotten used to it now, just having to wear the mask and the protective equipment and all that. It was hard on him at first, but then it's like, he's just like, it's still work. I'm still having to do the same thing as always. It's just a little more protection that I have to wear. And for my mom, she was one of those people who had to be stuck at home. It's been hard on her, um, going with all this stuff here, because I live with my grandparents as well. So we're all stuck together, she said. She said to me, it's hard being stuck there because she has to make phone calls and all that as well. And it's hard with all the noise in the house, being able to do all these conference calls and calling other insurance companies, because she works with insurances. And she said it's kind of hard to get quietness to be able to make calls and stuff like that.
Hmm. What state do you live in?
I live in Maryland.
Maryland. Okay, you're the first person I've talked to from Maryland. And
Mm,
that's interesting too, because I think you're the first person that I've talked to that's lived with your grandparents, which
yeah.
like kind of complicates the whole issue, right? Like
Hmm.
like I bet your parents and you are like way more cautious about like
Cautious. Yeah, exactly. Because we don't want virus to spread with them because they're old and stuff.
have like your friend like is Maryland pretty strict with lockdown?
I know we're starting to ease up on it. Yeah.
Here in Florida, it's like people are just like wandering around like without
Mhm.
masks.
But
And
no,
that's
yeah, we're still like, you have to wear a mask. But yeah, Florida's crazy with the virus. I mean, it is Florida, so.
yeah, that's what everyone says. Everyone's like, "Oh, Florida, like you guys suck," you know. But I say, we have good beaches, so that's my retort to that. So,
Yeah. Hey,
hmm.
Maryland's got Ocean City. We have a beach.
Yeah, well, you guys are also home to the Baltimore Ravens, right?
Hmm.
Which is that's my football team. That's my hat.
That's that.
Yeah, I'd switch it around. Um, Interesting. Yeah, what are some things that like you and your friends talk about, like or like on social media? Like, what are the kind of big topics, big issues that are taking up space?
Uh, TikToks, dude.
TikTok.
It's all TikToks. That's how we interact. Just sending TikToks.
How long has that been going on, TikTok?
I'd say the past year and a half.
Oh, so it's been around for
Ever
a year and a
ever
half
since,
already?
it's probably been longer.
Wow.
Like, yeah, once TikTok started like blowing up, is just how people interact now. Just sending the TikToks and stuff like that.
I didn't hear about TikTok until like maybe a month and a half ago.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's amazing just how like people who are in high school kind of are always at the forefront of like the social media movement,
Right.
you know?
Hold on,
I'm
give me a second. It's getting cold in my room. I'm gonna turn off my fan.
okay, cool. You're good.
That's turning it up.
Hmm.
All right, I'm back.
So like for you, what do you think is what are the pros and cons of TikTok?
I thought the pros of TikTok is it's like just another way to interact with people, to create like we were talking earlier with like theater and stuff, like an outlet to like let out, stuff that you enjoy, to find people with common interests as you, when you get on, like, because the For You page, it's centered around what kind of videos you like and stuff like that. So then you'll find other people who have common interests as you. But then again, the cons of it is it limits regular conversation. When you're like sending the TikToks and all that, you're not getting normal social interaction.
Mm. Is that kind of Is that your feeling of most social media or just TikTok?
Yeah, most social medias, because then again, you have Instagram, which is just people throwing up pictures of themselves. You're not talking with them. Snapchat, you're just sending pictures of yourself.
Mm.
I mean, you still talk to people on there. Yeah, you got group chats and you can text on that. But then again, a lot of people just use it for raising their Snap score and stuff like that.
Dude,
So
that's
it's
what
like social media. Social media, it's like, sure, it's good, but then again, it's changing how people interact with people.
I'm just like kind of sick of social media. I mean, I had Facebook when, like I'm old, right? So like I got Facebook back in 2007 and then like probably around maybe 2016 I was like I'm done with this and I've been kind of like in and out of it for the last few years and
Yeah.
I'm just sick of how people are just like screaming at one another on Facebook and
Ah,
just
that's
looks
Twitter in a nutshell.
Twitter.
Twitter
Yeah.
is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, so what actually I would love to hear your thoughts of this like each social media platform like what is its reputation?
Facebook's a place for old people. No offense, no
No,
offense.
you're not taken. You're right.
Twitter's just a place for people to yell at each other, not listen to anybody else's conversations, just make sure that their point is heard, yelling at other people. Snapchat place for is just a place for teens to text or other people.
I thought
If they
Snapchat was gone, right? Wasn't that gone?
No, that's Vine.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just basically TikTok.
Oh.
Instagram is just the teens version of Facebook. What else do we got? We already talked about TikToks, just random, just Vine, which is just where you post videos.
What
Um,
about YouTube? What do you think of YouTube?
YouTube, I'd just say that's the new version of TV, honestly.
Mm.
It's a place where you watch videos, where on TV you got shows. Regular cable is now turned into streaming platforms, Netflix, Hulu.
Hmm.
So I mean,
Interesting.
yeah, it's just internet. The internet is taking place of what like cable television used to be.
Hmm. Let's see. What are some other things that you would want to talk about, or are there things that you care
Hmm.
about that you'd want to talk about, or just anything that's on your mind that you don't even care about? That
I don't know, dude. If you have another topic you want to throw up, I'd be fine to talk about that.
I'm trying to think. Well, I always bring up Black Lives Matter. I think that's something that's pretty relevant today.
Yeah,
Um, do you
I
come
mean,
from? I was going to ask. Do you come from
I'm
from a diverse like school?
well, when I used to live in PG County, which was predominantly black county, which is a part of Maryland. And there I was going to a private school where I was one of, I'd say, three white people in my class. So it's like I come from a place which is not diverse in a white manner, if you know what I'm trying to mean. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to say it in
absolutely.
a
No, no, no.
race
But
way.
like yeah, but you felt like you were the odd man out
Exactly.
racially. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, like, wasn't, I was fine with that because I was just like, this is my culture in a way, being in a predominantly black county, which is like where I just felt I didn't feel excluded in any way. I felt included as just as any other person. So I support like people making a stand for what they believe in, which is exactly what we need. People to speak their mind on how they feel on topics. In a society, if we want change, we need to stand up for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have you talked to many of your black friends about what's been going on and what their
Um,
opinions are?
Not really, because like they use social media, so I understand already what they are saying because they just post what they feel on social media.
Mm. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm interested in is like the idea that ideas are like we have an idea of where people stand because of social media,
Hmm.
right? Like you see them around and but you also know their posts and stuff. But what that does is it also makes us assume what a person thinks and
Hmm.
we kind of learn about their ideas indirectly instead of having like a
Hmm.
direct conversation or asking questions and I think that's actually really detrimental to things, because people are starting to learn to not or
To
socialization
not
is
start a conversation.
yeah, exactly. Like we're becoming more
Yeah.
distanced from each other in a way.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I see what you mean with that. Yeah, it limits growth in what you believe in or don't believe in with lack of conversating and learning other people's ideas and viewpoints to build your own.
no. Well, like with like in high school now, like I mean, I was in high school a long time ago already. Like time fucking flies. What what is the dating scene like? Like do you guys like reach out via social media or like is texting still the way to kind of like
Yeah,
meet up with people?
texting using FaceTime. I mean, you meet people through social media, friends of friends, followers, and then if things grow from there, you get each other's numbers, FaceTime, text, and stuff like that. That's how I've seen most people.
Go about that.
Yeah.
That's a whole different game. Well, all right. Is let's see. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about at all? Some last words for the audience.
No, not really. I know I don't have
It's
much
kind of
to say, honestly.
this
No.
kind of came out of nowhere, and yeah, so
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're like
Not,
I'm
don't
like
have many thoughts right now. I'm still like, hold on. How did all this come about?
yeah, man, dude, this is what happens. Lightning strikes, and
Yeah, exactly.
it's life, man. Cool. Well, this is what I'll ask you to do now. Where is so if you could send a picture of yourself to this email, that way I'll use it for the thumbnail for your video.
Hmm.
Um,
Let me copy that.
yeah, and yeah, that's yeah. The video should be up in probably 20 minutes or so. But yeah, man,
Yeah, I'll
I just do it quick. Like it's all unedited. This is just like
rapid fire.
yeah, man, exactly. That's I'm figuring out like what I'm really doing. It's I'm
Exactly.
really interested in meeting people and it's kind of turning out to be like a mix between Humans of New York and the Joe Rogan podcast. Um, yeah, which is pretty exciting. Um, so it was really nice to talk to you.
Yeah, it was great meeting you.
Yeah, just kind of right, just out of nowhere, right? That's what Omegle.
Yeah.
It's kind of the beauty of Omegle,
Hmm. Yeah, you just meet random people. Exactly.
you know. And yeah, and it's just so important, really the foundation of me doing this is, if you subscribe to the channel, which I hope you do, you can kind of see like um, why I'm doing this in the first place, which is like, I think that I'm really against social media and kind of what it's doing to
Hmm.
people.
Hey,
And
yeah,
yeah, and
I see the benefit. Like the thing is, you see the benefits of what it is, but then you also see what it's stripping away from society, which is interactions such as these.
exactly. And so that's exactly what I kind of want to try to inject back into the culture is like if we can arc if like I could have 2,000 conversations like this and people all have this kind of place to go to watch other people's opinions and perspectives that you just don't know and that aren't like sensationalized by media and aren't like
Hmm.
so commercialized.
It's
And then
just
I
raw conversations, which is
yeah, I think it's what people want,
hmm
you know, so anyway, it's exciting to me, and I'm glad that you you decided to be a part of it. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll send that email out to you in like maybe 3 4 minutes once because my
I'll do it.
phone's dead right now, which is where I have everything
Cool,
on.
man. All right, well, I'm gonna stop recording this right now, and cool.